We are talking summer grilling. I mean, now is the time of the year. You're pulling the grill out. You need some cool recipe ideas. We've got you covered. Jackie Mandel with the Washington Beef Commission is here today. And we're talking about flank steak, which is perfect for the grill.
It's made for the grill. I really love flank steak. It's one of my favorite cuts. I only have a few that are like my go-tos, really and truly. And flank steak is certainly one of them. You can see this is a flank steak. It's a big piece of meat.
Right, so you're like, wow, that looks like a lot.
Yeah, it's very lean, but it's also very easy to cook because even though it's big, it's thin. So it cooks the same as like a single, say a top sirloin steak or even like a ribeye steak that's just an inch thick. This is a really great, it cooks very quickly.
Okay, so it cooks quickly, it's great on the grill, but it needs a little bit of preparation.
It needs a little help. So flank steak is one of those cuts that's a little bit tender, a little bit tough. So I like to just help it soften just a tiny bit, and you do that with a marinade. So I would only marinate a flank steak about half an hour to 2 hours.
That's not bad.
Not overnight, but you could if you like tossed it in the morning on your way to work.
Okay.
Then you could, you know, 8 hours later, it's gonna be fine. So you're gonna use a little bit of olive oil, some Dijon mustard.
Ooh, I like that idea.
Yeah, Dijon mustard gives it a nice zest. This is balsamic vinegar, right? So about a quarter cup of that.
Okay.
And then I do a little salt and pepper. You could put sugar in it, but I think that the balsamic vinegar is fairly sweet.
I do too,
on its own.
I think that's a great
And this is just some fresh basil.
Okay.
You can add extra things like garlic or whatever kind of you're feeling that night, which is really great about marinades. You can really make your own, do your own thing.
And you were saying that a marinade is kind of 3 components, and it can be whatever of those components. It's an acid,
a fat, and some flavor. Okay. That's what I always think.
And that's what we have here.
And that's what we have here. So you know, if you wanted to use avocado oil or melted coconut oil,
like an avocado oil, maybe some lime juice, that would be really good.
And like cumin, and all of a sudden you're like ready to go with fajitas, and you didn't buy one of those weird little seasoning packages.
That sounds fabulous.
So yeah, so you're looking at that little bit of citrus. It can be lemon juice. It can be any of the vinegars.
And I love this because it is ridiculously easy.
Yes.
Look at that.
Super easy. Now you can also use something sweet like a teriyaki sauce or that kalbi glaze that you can get.
That'd be good.
Just watch the sugar content on that because the sugar has a tendency to cook very quickly on an open flame like a grill. So you would just put this in your Ziploc bag. This is so easy. It's not going to leak anywhere. You can tuck it in a bowl, put it in your fridge. Even just set it on the counter for 30 minutes while you're prepping all your other veggies. Let it rest. Let it do its thing. It's going to get into that little bit of acid. It's going to work into those muscle fibers, loosen it up just a little bit, and you'll be good to go. So that would go, oh, I shouldn't have taken my gloves off.
So half hour, 2 hours goes by, you're ready to grill.
You're ready to grill. So you preheat your grill, and you can see we have this like smoking hot, right? This is going to be good to go. And you've got some nice flames going. You've got nice hot grid going on there. And you're just going to, again, I cook with my hands a lot because I just think it's easier. So at home, of course, you just wash your hands in between.
And this is like a medium-high kind of deal? Ooh,
yes. Ooh, that's a nice big sizzle there. That is a nice big sizzle.
So I asked you, how long should this be cooking for?
So this is really only, and we're going to close the lid on that typically to help it kind of cook very evenly. You're going to want to cook this for about 5 minutes each side, but the magic is in the thermometer.
You live by this.
I live and die by this, and I cook beef like 3-4 times a week, and I just use this to make sure that I'm not overcooking, because there's nothing worse than like overcooked meat, that kind of gray.
And undercooked is not safe.
No,
so
exactly.
You want a little bit of both.
So you want a happy medium. So you're looking for 145 finished, which means you pull it off at about 130, 135 because it continues rising in temperature.
Rest a little bit.
So you just tuck it right in the middle, and you're good to go.
All right. So where can people find the recipe?
Head over to wabeef.org. We've got all kinds of awesome recipes.
Jackie, thank you so much.
Yes.
All right. There you go. Happy grilling.